Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Ace of Spades University. This is your girl, Michelle Cece. And I just want to say, forgive me for taking such a long hiatus. I really do want this channel to be a place where people can, um, come and really learn the game because spades is a lot of fun once you master it, right? So it's a staple in the Black American community. It's something that I love, and I want everybody to master this game who's interested, right? And you wouldn't be here if you weren't interested. But it's a lot going on, y'all. It's a lot. We still in the middle of a pandemic, right? And prayers to the people in Ukraine, the African refugees, all the people around the world, specifically my African brothers and sisters around the diaspora, because, you know, as a Black American woman, that hits me hard. And so I really had to take some time to pray and get my mind right. But I want to come back to this game that I'm passionate about, right? And y'all, I know people say all the time, like one of my girls was saying how sometimes specifically older spades players can come off mean. I don't know if it's that they're mean. Some may be. I just feel like it's a game of passion. So what I want to do is I want to get everybody um, up to date and to let y'all know that it's a fun game to play once you really know how to play it. And that's with anything, right? Um, any game. Everybody's a beginner when we start out with something. And so um this channel is going to walk you through the steps slowly. I gave an overview in my first video, and then I was thinking about it and I'm like, you know what, that might have been too much all in one video. So I'm going to break down all the little steps of the game and the strategies, because let me tell y'all something about spades. This game is a game of mathematical logic, statistics, strategy, and skill. Okay. Not just a skill that you have to have, but you also have to know your partner and know their skill level as well. Right. Which is why, your older aunties and uncles, especially mine, um, can play so well because they know each other's strengths and weaknesses. Also, sometimes they be talking across the board and cheating. But anyway, you can't do that. And that's another lesson for another day. But today we want to focus on just the basics. And when I tell you that this channel is going to walk you through the very basics, and like, we gotta crawl before we can walk. I've been playing this game since I was 12 years old, okay, at the kiddie table, which I'm grateful that I learned it, because similar to learning a second language, it's always best to learn when you're young, right? You have that learning curve, but it doesn't matter what age you are. Thank you for coming to my channel. And what I want to do is, with every video, break down the basics of each of the strategies, each of the vocabulary, so we know what we're talking about. So let's get started, okay? All right. So when they say a book, right? What is a book? Okay. So a book is the textbook definition of a book in the game of spades is the sum of the four cards played by each player during one hand. Okay. So let's say it's a suit of clubs, right? So everybody throws down a club, or a suit of diamonds. Everybody throws down a diamond. A suit of hearts. Everybody throws down a hearts. Suit of spades. Everybody throws down the spades, right? So if you play spades online, books can also be known as tricks. Don't be confused, because it's the exact same thing, okay? Forgive me for that tempo, y'all. I just saw it. My bad. So what does it mean to play or win a book, right? So each player puts down one card on the table, and depending upon which suit led the hand, the highest card wins that specific book. Okay, for example, let's say we have 4 people around the table. All right. And it goes, everybody plays. There's an ace of spades, an ace of hearts, an ace of clubs, and an ace of diamonds, which is rare. That can happen. But in this example, right, so the 4 aces that are played, the ace of spades would win that book. Okay. And it's very, 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 very important. I can't stress this enough, y'all. Okay. The name of the game in spades really is to pay attention, because if you're not paying attention, if for some reason, let's say diamonds lead or hearts lead, and you play a spade to cut that book, and we'll go over that in later lessons, but and you have a heart or diamond or whatever suit, led that hand for that specific book, that's called reneging. And they'll take 3 of your books, 3 of your winning hands, right? But that's where like the social stigma comes in, because basically everyone makes a big, huge deal out of reneging because you weren't paying attention, right? And don't let people lie to you, because it happens to everybody, okay? It's just that, like I said, some of us, I was fortunate enough to learn the game when I was younger, but it happens to everyone. And it's just, good-natured roasting and ribbing. And for some reason, some people get so worked up. But I want this channel to be one that will allow you to go into any cookout, into any family reunion, any Black function, and know that you can master the game and hold your own. But like I said, it's definitely a game of strategy. You're not going to learn it overnight quickly. I mean, I doubt that I'll run out of content, and I'll repeat a lot of stuff too, because repetition is the key to learning. I'm an educator, y'all, so work with me. But I want to make sure that you guys get it. So I'm going to go over things repeatedly. I mean, and that's how we learn, right? Nobody masters, like, you never see a toddler master walking, or, a chess player master the game of chess in one day. You don't master anything in one lesson, 1 week or 1 month, right? It's about putting the work in, putting the repetitions in. And that's how you master anything, right? Going back to Malcolm Gladwell's 10,000 hours, right? Basically, his premise is you put 10,000 hours of work into anything and you can master anything. And so a lot of people think that, spades is, since it's just a card game, that is easy to master. And I promise you guys, it's not, because it's not just the card game, it's the strategy behind it. And so that's why I wanted to just start with the vocabulary first, because it's important that you understand what people are talking about when they say, oh, give me these 3 books, right? So that's just all the 4 cards in one hand. Okay, we're going to go over like scorekeeping. We're going to go over sandbagging. We're going to go over a Boston next time. I think that'll be my next video, where a Boston is 13 books, which basically means you ran the board. You won every single hand, right? So every single hand that your partner and the other 2 team members played, those are 13 books. Okay, so if you guys have any questions, or you want me to go into detail about anything, please, always feel free to let me know, because at the end of this, I want you guys to be on fire for the game, to have a passion and a love for the game. And like I said, it's fun once you master it. So it's about repetition. I encourage you guys to, find some spades games to play online. Like I said, they call the books, the winning hand, a trick, which I don't know why, but don't be fooled because it's the same thing as a book. But any kind of, gathering, cookout, family function that you go to and they say, oh, let's play spades, just know they're called books. But if you practice online, they're called tricks. Same thing, same name. Don't be confused. All right. And like I said, with more videos to come, we're gonna go over like all the rules. We're gonna go over the vocabulary, and then eventually we're gonna get into the strategies, right? Like how to properly bid your hand correctly. Um, you know, there's different house rules for different regions. That's going to be in much later and advanced videos down the line, because if you play in Detroit, like when I was in college, my friends from Detroit, they played completely differently than how I was raised and how I grew up playing. And my people are from down south. But even when I came to, the Midwest, we would have space tournaments in college. And my friends from Detroit came, and it was completely different. And I had played enough that I could hold my own and I could kind of switch between the two playing styles. That's what I want for all of you. So, you know, love you guys out there. Take care of yourselves. Please take care of your mental health. Tell your loved ones, how much you love them. And till next time, y'all, I'll talk to you later. Take care. Bye-bye.